What's up, YouTube? It's me, DJ here, and welcome back to another live stream. We are indeed live, and welcome back to some more Garry's Mod, everybody. Welcome back to some more Garry's Mod content. But that's not all. This is a specific type of Garry's Mod content we're doing today, and, well, no better way of explaining that than the description and title. Meme-filled adventures await with this crew, Garry's Mod, and Mega SMG4 add-on showcase. Welcome back, fellas, to another stream back on Garry's Mod. It's time to hop back into this sandbox game again for some fun. It's been a while since I last streamed this game, and while previously I was messing around with different ways to play, I've got something else in store. When it comes to my time spent playing this game, I tend to find add-ons from games and other things that I'm into, and there's a YouTube channel out there that I watch that just so happens to use Garry's Mod as a way of creating their videos. That's right, I'm talking about the one, the only, SMG4 himself. Since SMG4's meme-filled yet crazy, thrilling videos use Garry's Mod, there are bound to be add-ons that have been released publicly on the Steam Workshop. So today, I'm hopping into a massive showcase of a bunch of SMG4 themed add-ons to see how well the models look in-game for myself. Between the colorful cast of the SMG4 crew, to specific props and even a map released map released fairly recently that was tied in with the SMG4's latest movie, there's a lot of ground to cover. How much details go into these models and such when being made to be used in Garry's mod? How much meme-filled fun can we have when we step foot into the wild world of the SMG4 universe via the help map? Is there anything that drags the models down? Which models have held up since their original creation? Only one way to find out. If you're excited and ready to see me cover some SMG4 themed add-ons today, then please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. That's enough of the Super Mario Maker's Super Bowl flower music. That's enough for now. Okay, that was the intro music. Below in the description you will find the SMG4 YouTube channel. Because yes, I think it's very obvious at this point that I am covering a bunch of SMG4 add-ons, and yes, these are add-ons that the channel SMG4 uses themselves and that have been released to the public, and it's crazy. So yeah, you know, all these fun videos here you see right before you, yep, some of these are made in Garry's mod, so you know, it's pretty impressive to say the least. And yeah, like I said, if we look at their community tab, this is where more often than not you will find links to public add-ons and teasers to projects and merchandising. So if I just scroll down far enough and find the recent one that was posted, just to give an example. Scrolling, do 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 do. So yeah, right here. See, Gmod on the Gmod workshop. So yeah, see, that's this is where I got the idea for this stream. So you know, that's what we're doing. So yeah, I got a bunch of add-ons today that we're gonna dive into, and it's gonna be a wild ride. I also have linked in the description down below, which I won't be opening all these pages right now, but I have Garry's mod, which I realize I kind of had to go back and update the 2 previous Gmod streams because they are missing this link from the description, their descriptions. But yeah, the game page is there, like I always tend to do. But also, I have a bunch of the add-ons that I downloaded and added to my library in the description, so you'll be able to get them for yourself too if you want, if you own Garry's mod. So yeah, this is Gmod. It's a pretty interesting sandbox game. You can see here for yourself, so you know, check it out if you haven't already. So yeah, but there is one thing I should address. Besides the fact that yes, I've streamed Garry's mod before, twice actually in recent. If we go over to other games, this mess of a playlist, and we scroll down far enough, we will find multiple ways to play 6 months ago. This is the one that I did back earlier this year, and then before that, back in 2022, I streamed it once. I streamed it, you know, in the modern era of SMDJ back here. So yeah, there's 2 streams. This is the 3rd stream. So honestly, I might make a Garry's mod playlist at some point where I just like group all my miscellaneous streams, because unlike all my other series that are, you know, are basically monthly, where there's an episode every month, you know, this is something I can loosely do in the background, do whenever I feel like it, so yeah. But yeah, besides the streams being there that you can go back and watch, I should address the elephant in the room, community tab post from 2 weeks ago. So this technically isn't the first time I've done this stream. I've actually had attempted the stream previously, but I had a couple issues and my computer script froze last time I did this. So I felt it just felt better to like do a refresh of the entire stream, because I definitely realized I was gonna need a lot of time. Like I have like 2 hours like I can use for this stream. So I'm gonna make every minute count. So yeah. But out of this, you guys have to get some behind the scenes, looks at screenshots I took that I used to make the thumbnail. So yeah, if you haven't checked these out yet, they're on the community tab. Just a few of the characters that are included in the thumbnail. So yeah, those are the raw screenshots. But yeah, that is everything. I've rambled on for 10 minutes, so we're just gonna move on over and get the show on the road. But before I move on, yes, that's the thumbnail. I hope you guys like the thumbnail. This went through a good while of editing because I wanted to make something that wasn't too overcrowded, wasn't too crazy, but just showed off the right amount of things. Like, there were some things that I had to leave out of this, and there's even more add-ons that aren't even in this displayed. So I hope you guys do like it. But yeah, 10 likes for more Garry's mods soon. That's just standard. Let's just turn my camera on and say hi to chat. Because I see Livy's in chat. Welcome to the stream, Livy. And yes, we did reach over 300 subscribers. That is a fantastic achievement. The next, I will say now, the next channel subscriber special would probably be 500, but it's still worth shouting out that we have reached over 300 subscribers. We're at like 302 right now. So thank you to people who have been subscribing to the channel lately. Hope you guys are sticking around and enjoying the content. But yeah, that's everything now. That's all the intro ramble out of the way. Let's just go over to Steam. And let's just get this show on the road. So yeah. Time to open Garry's mod and boost my 66.4 hours up. I do have one other thing I can show off before we continue. I have one screenshot from the failed stream, which I'm gonna just re-talk about this when I do the stream anyways. But yeah, we're gonna see some funky textures today, fellas. That's all I'm gonna leave you with. But yeah. Anyways, time to boost my playtime on Garry's mod even more than it already is. So here we go. Also, I figured since this is a stream strictly to SMG4, I'm gonna do something. But first, I want to make sure game capture is sorted, and then pull something up, open a playlist on my channel in a second. So I will do that one thing at a time, though. So here we go. Game is beginning to load, and I'll set the game capture. So, get ready, fellas. It's time to dive into the wacky world of SMG4 as we look into some add-ons today. It's gonna be a wild ride. A wild, wild ride. Good guess, Livy. You'll have to wait and see. Just 1 second. I'm getting the stream sorted before I do what I'm gonna do for this stream. Anyways, here we go. Garry's mod is loading. And then we're gonna get into some action. Some Gmod action. Alright, game is... Okay, yeah, game's loading. It's fetching my subscription. So I should be able to tab out here for a second so I can sort out game capture. I don't actually pay too much attention to whatever background images I display for the Gmod menu. It's actually interesting to think there are these rendered images that are displayed on the menu. But yeah, let me get my playlist section back up for 1 second, because let me address one thing. So yeah, Like I said, right now, this is a huge Garry's Mod stream that we're doing that's all SMG4 related, but you may know that the only other SMG4 content on this channel relies in merchandise reviews. And as you can see here, a majority of this playlist is SMG4 with the odd other video that I have. So something I'm thinking of doing for this stream, since we're doing this big SMG4 theme Gmod stream, is, let me just grab it. I'm gonna put on the SMG4 hat I got in the recent merch video I did, so that just feels fitting. So yeah, we're gonna dive into the content now. But this is legit the only other way you've seen SMG4 on the channel. So it's this, and now this one-off Garry's Mod stream. So enjoy the content, enjoy the ride. But yeah, here we go. So please stabilize. I see we are at yellow right now. Please, hopefully we will stabilize. We haven't dropped any frames, so I'm just hoping the studio stabilizes. But yeah, there we go. Let's get back into the game. Everything's now loaded up. Now it's a different background. It's just alternating. So here we go. New game. Well, actually, before I hit new game. Yeah, we're gonna start there. So there we go. Go over to add-ons for this. You will be graced with a bunch of the recent add-ons that I added to my Gmod library. A couple of these are other things I had to install, but as you can see, just like a majority of the first 2 pages of my Gmod add-ons are all SMG4 related. Now I have some other stuff that will, be relevant later on. But for now, we're focusing on the SMG4 add-ons. So here we go. And we're gonna just start the showcase off on the map that is relevant. So here we go. Yep, Living. We're gonna get to all those characters in due time. But yeah, you saw one of the characters that is there. So here we go. Time to load up the help map. This is where, when the original take of this stream, this is where the stream kind of died, basically. So I figured it's better to load this map now, and then we'll go on a default map towards the end of the stream. So here we go. Now we wait for the map to load. So yeah. Now we wait. So yeah, time to dive back into all these fun add-ons for about a couple hours. So yeah, we're gonna see a bunch of different characters. We're gonna talk about their details, how the models hold up, this, that, and whatever. There's a bunch of things we're gonna take a look at. So we hopefully won't linger on one model for too long. We'll hopefully have a nice flow to this. So we'll see what happens. We are 18 minutes into the stream, so we're just getting through like the loading phase. So here we go. Now, something interesting I should say about this map while the game is loading. This map had a couple variants to it, and now I'm playing on what is the latest version of the map. And it's a good thing I'm playing on this version compared to the other one, because when the other one was loading, it had music that was playing with the map, but because it was taking forever to load, it would just basically be looping on one note, and it would be extremely loud. So I wouldn't want to be I wouldn't want have to be dealing with the lag of the audio loading in while the map's loading in. So it's a good thing I'm playing on like the last version of the map. I will admit I can't showcase some of the earlier features that were with the first iteration of the map, but I think it's still good that we at least have an SMG4 map to go on that was released because of the latest SMG4 movie. So it's still fun that we're gonna step foot onto an SMG4 map in like due time. So just thought I'd give you that little fun fact of trivia right there. So yeah. Another thing I will say while this is still loading, I'm gonna cover everything in pretty deep, like good deep dive, detailed, examination, and look at everything that we have with the different add-ons. But I won't go maybe into too much detail on certain characters' origins, this, that, or whatever. It's better that if you guys want to learn more about some of these characters in this universe that SMG4 is creating, then it's better to go check out the links in the description, get these add-ons for yourself, and go check out the videos for yourself. So yeah. Also, we have another person in chat. Welcome to the stream. Yes. This is a huge SMG4 add-on review video. What kind of review video that I'm doing live stream, type of deal. And yeah, I don't know. Stream, it does, I don't know. It depends on, because like, I understand why Garry's mod does take a while to load, because it's like kind of loading in everything that you have kind of basically downloaded, added into your game. So it's got to load this whole map. It's got to load the resources for the map. It's got to load all your different add-ons of characters, player models, etc. So it's completely understandable. Anyways, here we go. We're almost there. Now it's initializing the game data. But yeah, it's Gmod, the map is help, and it's a sandbox. So yeah. There's an add-on error that I won't worry about right this second, but it's something I'll have to look into later. See, we're seconds away from exploring this map, so that'll be fun. Do. It's literally gonna finish. It's literally like 1 or 2 bars away from fully loading. So we are literally on like the tip of exploring this map. So any second now. Let me just check something over here. Stream. Yeah, everything should still be fine. Just. Oh man. Come on, any second now. So. This is an interesting map, I will say. I'll talk about it when we're on it, but yeah. There's a lot of fun things to find and look at on this map, so. And there's a couple areas I gotta be careful of, because there's like a couple triggers that will actually like kind of like have something happen and then basically crash the map, so. As long as I don't trigger those, we'll be fine. Alright, that's good to know that stream's still fine on the viewer's end too. Yeah. So. Shift tab. Come on. Just go to ready to play. Come on. I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on. You started loading it, so just load it. I've loaded this map fine off camera, so I don't know why it's thinking. It's chug-a-lugging and thinking. So I don't know why it would be struggling to load on stream. Come on, any second now. Oh, fully connected. Thank you. Alright, load the map. You said fully connected. So I just noticed the background, if you kind of look close enough, or even full screen the stream or whatever, you can kind of see the static of the map icon behind the blue Gmod screen. And I tab back out to my Windows desktop for a second. Whoops. Come on, let's go to the map. Ready to play. What I like to see. What I like to see. Okay, I might timestamp it so this map did take a little bit to load, but we should be on now. So it's saying ready to play. So I am ready. Okay, everything's loading in. Finally, we can see some Garry's Mod action. Alright, here we are. Now everything's functioning. We have landed on the train. We are finally riding the train. Let's go. So here we are. Here's the map. Here we are. We're on the train, everybody. So yeah, here we are. So here's the map. It is essentially you on a train, but we can kind of no-clip outside of the train, which we'll get to. But as you can see from looking out the windows in the door, we seem to be at the desert, at the west. There's some buildings out there. There's a bunch of cactuses and tumbleweed. Well, not really tumbleweeds, but you know, just cactuses and whatnot. Yeah, we can see it looks like there's more of the track that way too. So here we are. Here's the map. And as you can see, some of the characters are here. So let's just start at the beginning. So we got a rock here. I think it's the rock wizard. We got the rock wizard here, sitting all by himself, or actually just, you know, sitting place on the table. We walk this way. We have Mario with a bunch of spaghetti. How you doing, sir? We got some nice spaghetti there. Got SMG4 over here. Kind of trying to hardcore parkour onto the chairs. Go on the chair. I want to crouch that. Okay. Crouch. God, this is finicky. What you working on? Well, my man's playing the no internet game on his laptop. You get that high score, man. We got an old man. We got the old man up here. We got Meggy looking at the window. How you doing? You got your phone. What's on your phone? You got games on your phone? You got Luigi. He's reading a book. Mr. Green Mario, what you reading? Looks like some gibberish. Looks like some gibberish. SMG4 and egg dogs. Okay. I'm gonna stay off the table for this one. We got egg dogs here. We got SMG4. Look at him, kind of chilling. We got Psycho playing her guitar, and Kaizo looking out the window. What you looking at, man? You enjoying the cactuses in the sand? Door. Oh man, these guys are playing the best game. They're playing some, I don't know how you play Monopoly without pieces or the money, but they're playing Monopoly here. Mr. Boopkins and Bob. Enjoy your Monopoly game without the money. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris and Swag. What you reading? What's on the newspaper? What's on the news today? What you reading? What you reading? We got Shroomy. What's up, man? Shroomy sitting here. Melanie asleep. And the rest of the train's empty. Someone's missing. Someone's missing on this train. We're missing someone. So, yeah. That's the train, everybody. That is the train with everyone on it. Everyone's kind of chilling. Everyone is kind of chilling. Not gonna lie. And here, well, actually, let me go to the back of the train here. So everyone's here. Well, almost everyone. I'm gonna come to the very back of the train. I'm gonna go through my add-ons. And I'm gonna start the showcase off with the one, the only we're gonna hang out with Tari, because Tari's missing on the train. What are you doing, Tari? Where'd you go? Tari's here now. So we got Tari on the train now, everybody. Fitting that we're gonna start off with this one. This is the one that I showcased on the community tab. Say it on the SG4's community tab, but yeah. So here's Tari. Here she is in all her glory. blue hair, her blue jacket, or like kind of like sweatpants, workout pants. Her sandals, socks and sandals. She's wearing socks and sandals, everybody. So yeah, there she is. She has, I'm gonna move it. She has her Meta Runner arm, which we can kind of look at. It's got the Meta Runner symbol. Let's I'm trying to get let's get a better look at your arm, Tari. There we go. Thank you so much, Tari. Her Meta Runner arm. So there we go. So yeah, that's Tari. It's Tari's new model. I think we have Tari's old model that we'll get to look at later. But yeah, so that's new Tari. And she looks pretty good. Obviously, that's how she looks in the show, in the YouTube video series. But yeah, let's see now. We have. Oh, so you can take her hoodie off, and she has a white, like, kind of t-shirt under it, which also has the same symbol that's on her Meta Runner arm. So cool. So you can toggle off her hoodie and arm. Oh my goodness! We just stole Tari's arm. Tari lost her Meta Runner arm. It is interesting. That is so detailed, though. I threw my flashlight on by accident. Flashlight lagged out the game. That is so detailed, though. To see that there is detail under the arm. You got like kind of wires and stub wires and other components. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool, honestly. Sorry, you can have your arm back. Whoops, I did not mean to press Z. But yeah. That's Tari. That is. No, Tari, don't be in the wall. So I gotta be careful spawning stuff on this train, because like it is a small area compared to an open map. So there we go. We'll have. Oh, don't clip through the chair, Tari. I undid it again. Let's just get you seated down, Tari. Everyone else is sitting. You can have a nice seat. Tari, no clipping the head through the chair. You know what, Tari? You can have a nice seat. Or sleep. You know what? Sure. Enjoy sleeping awkwardly on a chair, Tari. So that's Tari. So yeah, Tari was missing on the train here. And there was a reason for that in an earlier version of the map. Like I said, when we were loading and waiting forever. Which I probably will have time stamped out so people can just jump to the start of the stream. Or at least start the gameplay. But yeah, so yeah, Tari's here. And whatnot. So now, so now that I've done Tari, so we're looking at the map, and she was the only one missing. Out of the main cast that's here, because SMG4 is here. Meggy's here, SMG3, Psycho, Bob and Boopkins over here. So yeah, Melanie, Shroomy. So yeah. So since Tari was missing, we started with her. So now we're gonna move on to what I started with in the other stream. Let's start with SMG4, the man himself, because that is honestly the best place to start. And SMG4 has two models that we get to look at. We get to look at an older model and the one that we have on the train. We can actually compare the two right here. I'll put my flashlight on. So yeah, so here's the 2022 version, and here's the modern version. So I think you can already see some differences right here. First and foremost, the facial structure is completely different. It's a lot more simplified on the 2022. This is the 2022 variant. It's pretty simple. And also, you can take his hat off, and the hair is a lot more simplified too. Because if you look here on the model that's on the train, You can actually see like texture in the hair. So 2022 SMG4 is just pretty standard, and he has a skin, but it doesn't seem to change anything. Skins usually change up the appearance and look of a character, but here it's not changing anything. So yeah. 2022 SMG4 is just a simplified version of the one we have now. And actually, if we look at his hat, let me lower him a little bit. If we look at his hat, it's like a white circle, just like a kind of a simple, like, you can an S you can kind of do with a paintbrush, an MS Paint. Whereas the SMG4 right here, if I can parkour on the table, has the look like the hat that I'm wearing physically, where it's more like a diamond pentagon shape with like a stylized S in the middle of it. So yeah, I'm gonna put my lamp on because my camera does look a little dark. But yeah, so 2022 SMG4, honestly, I think for when it was made, it does the job decently of being, because SMG4 originally is a Mario recolor. So think of Mario, but with these colors, and that's that. So, and I think he even had like it was like literally just like a blue Mario hat. I don't think it really had the S on it, or if it did, it was pretty, like, it was very on the nose with Mario here. So for this being a change from just Mario looking like Mario to this, it's a decent start. But I think where we ended up now is a lot better. So yeah, I think honestly, I'm gonna say bye to SMG4 2022 edition. So I'm gonna set that back to camera, but for now, go back to physics gun. So yeah, that's SMG4 2022. Honestly, and then here I can get SMG4 2023, the ragdoll, and also I realize his hat. I also have a little add-on for his hat being separate. Alright, games loading. Sorry for the clicking and ticking. It's loading in the model. Don't crash on me, stream or game. Don't crash on me. Alright. It loaded in. Sorry for the ticking. I didn't think that was gonna happen. But also, I want to actually let me. God, game is lagging because it's loading. I'm gonna come over to this table. Let me also place down. Apparently, we have just a hat too. So yeah. Anyways, here's 2023. The model that we have now of SMG4, like I said, the one that's sitting on the train right here. Again, here you can see the detail on the hat. You can see, I can take out the hat and you guys can see the texture on the hair. You know, you see like the strands of hair that he now has. And, you know. So, just overall, just, you know, a lot more. I'll respawn SMG4 2022 for a minute. As you can see, you know, there's just a lot more refined details. Like here, like the overalls just look pretty, like, just like kind of flat color-wise. Here, you can see like creases and like, you know, line work on the overalls. So yeah. And here, SMG4 does actually have skins that you can actually see a difference. Like here, you have different like forms of SMG4, and you have like a dirty, you know, kind of dirty here where it looks like he's growing facial hair. And obviously, you know, He hasn't slept. You can see he hasn't slept in a good while. And we have a corrupted form. So that's fun. You gotta love the detail. You can see like all the purple swirl on everything, from the boots, the overalls, even the face. And I think even if we take the hat off again, we can see the purple even in the hair. So like they even, even see, even if you had just left the hat on, there's still details under the hat. So it's pretty good. I will say, I don't know why there are kind of repeating skins for the last like 4. Because 0 to 3 is basically 4 to 7. There doesn't really seem to be too much of a difference from what I can tell. Like here's, so yeah, I literally went from like 6 to 2 or like 5 to 2, and there wasn't really a change. You didn't see like a change at all. So yeah, that's fun. So that's the like a ragdoll of SMG4. But yeah, and over here the hat. Okay, it doesn't really seem to have any like effects you can do to it, but it is literally just the hat. So like, you can kind of come over here and like plop the hat down maybe. Actually, it's going through those models, but you can kind of like just place it around as like a prop and whatnot, have it be like an extra hat. Like if we could theoretically interact with this SMG4 model, which we can't, we can make like his hat's off and it's on the table. So that's fun. We can also stick his hat to the ceiling. So yeah, that's fun. That's honestly pretty good if you ask me, for the ragdolls and the amount of details that are in them. And something I should mention is player models. There are actually player models for both SMG4 2023 and SMG4 2022. Again, skins don't do anything. You can take the hat off. And for SMG4 2023, yeah, for some reason, there's a small version of SMG4 2022. And here, you actually have the skins for the player models too. So that's fun. So yeah. It's pretty impressive if you ask me. Just put you back to default. What are you doing? I said drag it back to default. So yeah. So that's that. But yeah. So let's move on to SMG3 now, because we looked at both versions of SMG4. So let's look at SMG3's model now. So here's 2022. And I'll kind of move it over a bit. So here's 2022. And obviously here's the modern one, which we'll see the ragdoll in a minute. So yeah, here's 2022. You can take the hat off like you could for SMG4. See the hair. And you got skins, which like I said, I don't see a difference really. But you got his hat. It's a pretty simplified version of what his hat is now. And actually, if you look, his hat is intact here, while as his 2023 counterpart has a chip in the hat. So that's a major difference. And I just knocked him over. Just got knocked over, man. So yeah. 2020, I think I'm just gonna say the same things that I did for like 2022 SMG4, is that, you know, his model is just pretty simple on the surface. Again, from it, SMG3 also being a Mario recolor with, you know, just these colors, you know, I think it is pretty good that, you know, it's a good starting point, but again, this is obviously a better outcome and look for the character. Like, yeah, like, you know, he kind of has, like, some, you know, facial hair, as you can see with this one, but I think this one is more, you can tell what it is. This one is just, like, you know, I guess he has a beard, maybe a mustache, or maybe it's just a beard, you know? So yeah, that's 2022. And 2023 SMG3, well, he has the hat prop, which I just kind of fell. I guess we'll have it upside down so we can see the inside of the hat. Look at what's in the hat. Nothing. Wait, let me get out the tail. Man, so yeah, 2023 SMG3. Again, there's just a lot more going for him. Again, the chip in the hat's, you know, unique, you know, compared to SMG4's hat, which is all intact. Again, you can see the lines of detail in the hair. You know, the gloves have, like, the Roman numeral 3 on them, as you can see, so his gloves are very different from SMG4's. You know, his boots have, like, the same symbol as his hat. You can put your hand down. If I put his hat back on. You know, his hat's got the same symbol as his shoes, so that's pretty good. And overall, you know, he looks nice. And if I respawn him again, so he's not upside down, he too has the same skin effect that SMG4 does, where, like, you know, various, you know, amount of, like, you know, dirt, you know, disheveled look to him, and even the corrupted look. So, you know, it's basically, I would say basically the same thing with, like, SMG4, but like I said, it's just, you know, he's got his own little charm that makes him separate from SMG4, so you gotta appreciate that. So yeah, that's SMG3. And just like SMG4, wrong button, if I go over to player models, he too has a 2022 counterpart. That, again, just no really skin difference. You can take the hat off. Here, I realize you can spin these around, so yeah, you kind of see, like, just how simple it looks. And then we have modern there was obviously a small one, but you have modern SMG3, where again you can see the different skins. And take the hat off, and you can see the details in the hair. But yeah, it's pretty good. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I might honestly, if I had to remove a couple of these mods, because obviously I installed a lot, and at some point I probably would have to install some. I probably would install the 2022 versions, because honestly, the 2023 is just, I think, more superior in my opinion. So yeah. And that's SMG3. We know it was streaming for 53 minutes. That's crazy. So let's just get a move on with showing more characters off. Maybe we'll stay on the map the entire time and showcase some of this. So I think next off we'll go over to Bob and Boopkins, because along with SMG 3 and 4, they both got redesigned around the same time. So here we go. So we're gonna scroll up to B. So before we talk about this Boopkins, we gotta talk about Boopkins' 2022 appearance. Here we go again, the thing trying to load in. So we gotta talk about his 2022 appearance that I'm gonna try and get to stand up. Good enough. So yeah, here's his 2022 appearance compared to his 2023 appearance. Notice anything? Yeah. I didn't mean to remove you. So yeah, his 2022 appearance makes him more like a round, circular looking character rather than like an actual, like that. So, kind of looks like, a basketball, soccer ball, whatever. Oh, he does have skins though, I will admit, where like, the skins are his different poses of his eyes. So, that's at least an upgrade from 2022 SMG 3 and 4, so. But he is pretty... I will admit, he's a bit goofy. And I mean, I know there's a lot of things goofy in the SMG4 universe, but like, he is like really goofy. Because he looks like this, so. So yeah, so there he is. Honestly, not too bad, but like I said, he's a bit goofy. That he is kind of just round. And, could be literally thrown around like a soccer ball, basketball. So. I will say that about him, but yeah. I do think he went through a better upgrade around 2023 though, so I guess we'll talk about 2023 Boopkins now, but yeah. 2022 Boopkins, it's an okay change, because he used to look like a Mario enemy. He used to look like the Mario enemy Spike, so to go from that to this round thing, yeah, you can see it's a bit of a downgrade. I will admit, though, from the model side of things, I do like that at least the skins do work on this 2022 skin of a character, and it does something for the character. It does facial expressions, so that's that going for him. And now on to 2023 Boopkins, who now looks more like a fish. He's supposed to be fishy Boopkins. So here you can see now he has like sandal Crocs type of things with socks on. He's got a little fishtail fins. He's got a little tuft of hair. Big wide eyes. Big mouth. So this man looks pretty decent. Much of an improvement over the little round guy. Because honestly, if you had to pick one, if you had to run into one of these two guys in an alleyway chat, who looks more intimidating, him or his 2023 counterpart? So yeah. So here we have body groups, which is interesting now because he has skins, and the skins here seem to like change his eye position. And there's like a whole secondary layer for like different parts of like the eyelid. So you can literally make this guy have you can give this guy some more unique facial expressions. You can make him look tired, you can make him look angry. There's so much customization with, the facial expressions you can give him. Like here, you can make him look kind of like, like he's like questioning you. He's got like half an eyelid closed. Or like I said, you can make it look like he's angry. So yeah, there's a bunch of customization ability with this model, which I do think is really good. So. And the fact that you can kind of like grow and shrink the eyes, is something else to, add on to this. So, really, really good overall. Really good. So, that's 2022. Did I undo another ragdoll? Tari's still here. Tari's like the first ragdoll we spawned in. So hopefully, if we lose Tari, then I've officially unspawned all ragdolls. But yeah, so yeah, that's Boopkins. That's all the Boopkin variants. I think we'll talk about Bob, and then I'll take my quick break so I can plug my laptop in so it doesn't die. So yeah, here's Bob. But let me get the ragdoll of Bob. Bob is the only one out of the original 2020, like, you know, when these characters went through a redesign. Bob's the only one who retained his 2022 look, because he actually looked pretty good compared to his original design, which I believe he was originally based off a Zelda character. I don't know. I know some Zelda stuff, but not too much. So yeah, here's Bob. You can see like his legs kind of like wrapped up, I would say, you know, in bandages or whatever. He's got swords for hands. He's got a nice bandana around him, and he's got, you know, green eyes. So that's fun. And I think for customization, he has glasses and a necklace. The glasses seem to be working, but there seems to be a slight texture glitch with his necklace. So I'm gonna take his necklace off. But the glasses, glasses seem like they're working. So yeah. So you got Bob. He's got some cool glasses, and you know, and a necklace that, like I said, right now is kind of glitched. So it's not too much going for Bob, like in the customization department, but his model does look pretty good. It looks pretty posable. So you know, you can kind of have him sitting on a chair. Or, you know, you can kind of have him like with his hands up right here. Like, put your hands up. You know, so. I think Bob's model is pretty good. Like, you know, like, you got like these kind of like sewn looking buttons on like his little, you know, poncho, you know, hoodie type thing. So, that's fun. So yeah, that's Bob. He looks he's pretty good, honestly. Like I said, he's the only one out of the original, out of him, Boopkins, SMG3 and SMG4 is the only one who kept his 2022 design, so that's saying something. So yeah, that's like 5 characters already. We talked about Bob, Boopkins, SMG3, 4, and Tari over there. So yeah, that's about like 5 characters already, as well as the map. So we're getting through a bunch of stuff, but there's still a lot more ahead of us. So for now, I'm gonna take my quick break, and then when I come back, we're gonna look at more characters and go from there. So if you have been enjoying, do leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's very much appreciated. I'll be back within like a couple minutes just to continue the stream. I'm getting up for like 5 minutes or 3 minutes just to kind of plug my laptop in, refill my drink, and you know, and then, you know, stretch. So if you gotta do any of that, be sure to do so, and we'll be back in like a couple minutes. So take care. Be right back. Scene transition, please. Alright, OBS is not responding. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Alright, I'm not leaving just yet. Okay, I think we're good. Hopefully OBS doesn't crash while I get up. Be right back. let's get back to checking some of this out, because we still have a lot of ground to cover, and hopefully we won't need to do a part 2. But maybe we will. Who knows? But for now, we probably won't need to do a part 2 if I don't switch maps. So we might honestly just be on the train this entire time, so I hope you're ready to ride. Alright, game. I'm back in. Can I resume? Why is it my options to click any of these like popping up? Oh. I heard it. There we go. Back in the game. Thank you. Hey, why are you doing that? Why are you lagging? I didn't even press Q and I didn't even spawn anything in, so I don't know why you're making that noise. So, anyways. Let's move on to... Yeah, let's just go down the list of, like, the main characters, so... Let's move on to Meggy. Because I've already done, again, SMG4, SMG3, Bob, Boopkins, and Tari, so let's move on to Meggy. So, here's Meggy in her, most up-to-date form. Meggy's original character used to be an Inkling from Splatoon, but is now her own character. And if we look in the list, I have a couple Meggy models here. I have the original one, which I think this is the one that I showed you guys in a screenshot at the start of the stream, which is going to have some glitched and cursed textures. And also, for some reason, back to models being weird, the eye, I don't know why her eye textures are not loading. So this is a very cursed Meggy. We're going to talk about it quickly and then throw it off the train. So here's Meggy's original appearance. Let's not have you look possessed, please. You already are, but let's not. So here's her original appearance when she was turned into a human. So she got her brown, boots, white shirt, grayish shorts, her long orange ginger hair, her beanie, headphones, some goggles. So, yeah. So that's Meggy. And I think this model has... So, yeah, this is where the glitching comes from. So, I might take an up-to-date screenshot now that we're on the train. Let me, you know what? I'm gonna do a funny. Let's drag you all the way over here. And let's just, we'll plop you in this. Alright, come on, I need to get you in the seat across from her. There you go, we'll take a cursed screenshot here. F12. Let me F12 again, just to make sure I do have it. Before we get back to showcasing. Meggy, you don't know what's in front of you, and I had the screenshot button, so hopefully it did work. So yeah, let's get rid of reference textures, because that just breaks her. I'm gonna re-enter. But yeah. No, stop unspawning. I hate pressing Z, and then I hate accidentally pressing Z. So looking, so you can take off her beanie, so you can see more of her hair. Honestly, it's pretty compared to the 2022 models. We had talked about SMG4, 3, and I think original Boopkins a little bit. Oh yeah. There actually is detail on her hair compared to the 2022 models, which is funky. So headphones, goggles. So yeah, stop disappearing. This cursed model. This cursed model just needs to stop being cursed for like 2 seconds so I can showcase it and then get it off my screen. So yeah. So you can take off her beanie, hat, goggles, headphones. Take her sleeves off, which just break her arms for whatever reason. But if that wasn't bad enough, you can take the shirt off and she becomes really possessed. So yeah, let's say goodbye to that model. Well, it was good for what at the time it was made. I don't know why it's cursed when I spawn it into Garry's mod. Like, I don't know what happened to the eye textures, and I don't know why it glitches when I toggle on one of the options, but I think the Meggy we have now is a little better. But before we even got there, there is an in-between that we should talk about. So before we come back to Human Meggy, the one that's on the train, we need to talk about Lawyer Meggy, which here's more instance of, I don't know why some of this stuff is breaking, but it is. So there's an item here, so I'm going to spawn on the table. But, so here we have textures that are saying they're bugged. But I believe when you spawn the model in, it is fine. I wait for it to load. So yeah, even though it's saying the textures are completely bugged, we have Lawyer Meggy here, which I think looks pretty good, but I think texture-wise, she does kind of fall under the category of like kind of the like at least the skin texture looks a little flat and, you know, little a little like, yeah, just a little flat. I will say, however, I do like that there is a lot of detail in like the outfit and toggleable glasses, so I will say this model is pretty good. Like I said, it's the in-between between the one that I showed off that was completely cursed and the one that's on the train, which we'll get to. But yeah, I think it's a pretty decent... This is... We're taking... I don't know what player models on this train. They are not cooperating. But yeah, that's Lawyer Meggy. And she comes with this item, which is the parody contract written on, like, a piece of, like, you know, toilet paper or something. I'm pretty sure from the on the video. Yeah, the little shows, stories. Go check it out for yourself if you want to know the truth. If you're going to learn it out for yourself. But yeah, here's the parody contract. And that's what it is. It's like, you know, it's basically scribbles, but there's stuff you can read on it, like parody contract and the signature. So, yeah. That's that. There you go, Meggy. Have the parody contract again. So now we will get to Meggy that is on the train. So here's Meggy, basically 2023. Looks pretty good. Again, the whole textures with the hair. You can see like the actual waves and whatnot. You can take the goggles, the headphones, and beanie off. So there you go. There's Meggy. Unlike the cursed counterpart of the original model that I spawned on the train, these are the only things you can kind of toggle and customize. So that's fair. But I do think she does look pretty good overall. Like, she does fit every other character here now. Again, SMG4 and 4 over here with the 2023 models, and also even Bob and Boopkins. So it works. Her model is really good, and I like the details on it all around. So yeah, overall, pretty good model, if I do say so myself. So yeah. Something I should also comment on, like I've done with SMG 3 and 4. There is a model for Lawyer Meggy, but also 2023 Meggy. And I believe, yep, it's just the toggling of the goggles, headphones, and whatnot. And I think for this one, it's just the glasses. So yeah. But cool stuff. It works. It works. I'll actually showcase the player models later on, but I'm just showcasing them there briefly. So yeah. So let's go down the list some more. So let's do Psycho next, since Psycho is right here. No, that one. Well, okay, I guess I should maybe, since I already talked about this, no, before I do Psycho, let me address the other lawyer character in the room. As I spawn their item. It is now under a table. I was trying to have it be on the table. Spawn you. Let's spawn Monkey Man. Here is Lawyer Kong, a lawyer stylized version of Funky Kong. And he does have a slight texture issue that I don't know, again, it's just like a minor one that I don't know how to fix. Because I tried reinstalling the add-on and it just stays there. His model was a lot worse until I installed... Where is it? Until I installed this other random add-on that I found that obviously had Donkey Kong models in it. His face was also glitched out, but since I found, you know, a Donkey Kong thing that had, you know, Funky Kong's original textures, it kind of carried over to here. So it worked out in a sense, but yeah. But that's something, honestly, I might talk, there's a couple things that I might save for a separate showcase, but they are relevant here. But let me go back to Lawyer Kong. So yeah, all there really is to him is nothing really. You got like his vest, his belt, his, you know, he's obviously, like I said, Funky Kong. He's got a Nintendo headband, again, a hat that's kind of glitched out. He's got like visor shades on, so that's Lawyer Kong for you. And he's got his lovely DMC right here, which is a rock kind of. It's pretty. It looks like a rock, anyways. Why is the game glitching? I accidentally hit my window key. I did not mean to hit my window key, but I hit my window key by accident. Ooh. Stretch. Come on, let's get back in the game. Let's say it. Why did it pull me out again? Stop pulling. Stop. Oh no, mouse locked. No. Let's not. I'm now dealing with mouse lock. God dang it. I'm dealing with mouse lock. Put me back in the game. As I was trying, this actually has skins that I'm not seeing. Okay, that one is noticeable. Okay, so there's cracks set up here on it because it's like breaking the DMC. So that's cool. Now that has this object has skins on it, so I should check if the parody contract had anything to it. Let me respawn that. Lawyer Meggy. Does your paper contract have any secrets to behold? Does your paper contract have anything? Come on, get up here on the table. There you go. Push the DMC aside. It's your turn back. It's your turn back on the table. Fine, we'll just... Oh, there were skins for that. Let me respawn it. Not upside down. Stop being upside down. There you go. So there are skins. Oh, there's words erased on it. And then, oh, okay. So you have like a blank one. Looks like, I think, like kind of starting to be written, and then like you have the full thing. So that's neat. Both of these items have skins to them. So that's fantastic. That's neat. I like that. So. Now moving on, as I was going to do, let's do Psycho. Let's get to Psycho. I gotta go down to S now. There is so I honestly might might need a part 2 because honestly, we've been streaming for almost half an hour, and like I said, I have like 2 hours that I can do. I'm gonna have to like end the stream. I don't know, by like, I don't know, a little after 6:30 my time, so we'll see how much longer I get, how much more I get done. Maybe if I do a part 2, I'll throw in like some of the other stuff. I'll make a separate thumbnail and throw in a bunch of the other stuff that I didn't use. That's not supposed to happen. So here's Psycho's model. We have it right here. I did not mean to clip it through the table. So hold on 1 second. I gotta check something. So yeah, here's Psycho. I didn't mean to step on her. So she has like 2 different hammers, it seems like, and that's about. Whoops! I spawned both of them again. That is so cursed that you can just kind of spawn both. But yeah, so that's Psycho. Now I've just snapped her neck. So, you know, she's got, you know, shoes, leggings, you know, just pretty, you know, just like a pretty, like, obviously, as you can see here, she plays her guitars, like, she's kind of like a musician, kind of like rock, not like kind of rock music type of personality, so, you know, she's got like a pretty, get up. She got pink hair with, like, you know, pigtails. She's got bows in both of her, you know, bows holding up both of her pigtails, so that's cool. And her hair has, like, you know, different colors, like at the tip of her pigtails. Like it's pink overall, but then you have like a little color of like splash of yellow and purple. So that's pretty good if you ask me. And yeah. Obviously, you also have her hammer, which doesn't have anything to it, it's just a hammer. But, you know. It's, is there a smaller? I think there's a smaller one. You know, might as well put this next to, we can put this next to her on the train, so she has her hammer too. Let's try and get it standing up, so there we go. So now she has her hammer too on the train. So, that's fun. But yeah, Psycho overall is a pretty... This is her updated design. I have her original design, which I should probably pull up too. So, yeah, but yeah, that's Psycho. I think her new model overall is pretty cool, but I guess I should get her original one too. Let me see. Yeah, original characters. Yeah, this will be a point where I get some of the original characters for some of the other characters. So here's original Psycho. Here is Psycho's debut appearance. Just don't mind that. I kind of had my laptop that I was reading chat on kind of restart on me, so that's why I had to look over. But as you can see, her original appearance was a lot taller. Nothing you can customize with, but yeah. The outfits are pretty much the same. The hair is pretty much the same. Again, pink hair with pigtails and a little bit of color in like the, you know, the tips of it. So, but yeah, she was a lot taller. Oh my god, I just got super launched. What was that? I might clip that for DJ's side channel. What was that? What was that Gmod physics? Nope, I wasn't trying to spawn you. I just got launched by Psycho's original model. What was that? But yeah, she's a lot taller as you can see, but like her overall appearance has basically like stayed the same, just a bit of an overhaul again to match everyone else's modern looks, I would say. So she does the job nicely. So yeah, so yeah, that's both her original model, debut model, and her updated model side by side. So yeah, pretty good, honestly. I think both work, and they both do the job well of the character that they're trying to be, but I do think the new model has a lot more going for it than the original. Because I will admit, the new one is a little shorter than the original, but, I mean, I don't know, did she need to be that tall originally? I have no clue, but, yeah. And while we're on the topic of originals, since we talked about new Tari, I should probably spawn an old Tari real quick. So here's original Tari. So there's new Tari. And let me just go around. Here's original Tari. Still has her Meta Runner arm. You know, look is pretty much the same. Again, with Tari and Psycho, I would say their new models just kind of like revamp and, you know, charm of the original. So yeah, that's that going for them. Original Tari doesn't have any like customization to it, whereas like new Tari has the thing like where you kind of like, you know, there's more detail when you tinker with like the hoodie or like the arm, Meta Runner arm. So yeah, overall they're both pretty good. So they both do the job well of being the character that they're trying to be. And apparently I've just kind of broken original Tari. So yeah, so there they are side by side. You know, they both do the job nicely. So I think we'll leave those two to hang out together. So yeah, moving on, back over to Psycho. We should talk about Kaizo. So let's spawn Kaizo in. So here's Kaizo. You know, here he is. He's got shoes, black pants, red jacket. You know, he's got like, you know, emo. You know, you got like those like shirts that have like, you know, something, you know, very edgy on it. So he's got a bandana, and he's got a little like, I think probably, I'm not sure if it's confirmed or not if they're fake horns or if they're actual horns. So I'm not sure. But here, we can give him his drumsticks, because he's a drummer, whereas Psycho plays the guitar. So there we go. We can see his drumsticks. And before we have overlapping items, he also has a scythe that is going to be very deadly. So yeah, there's his scythe going through his leg. But yeah, so yeah, Kaizo is a friend of Psycho's, and you know, they both originate from a certain era and area. So again, you gotta watch the videos to find out for yourself. But because I'm just going over details and looks and all that. I'm not gonna give you major background on, you know, all these characters. If you find any of these characters interesting today that I'm showcasing and you want to know more about them, you can check out videos on them on the SMG4 channel. So yeah. But yeah, so that's Kaizo, and he's a more recent character, so he doesn't actually have an older appearance. Like this is like his like debut appearance. So he's pretty cool overall. White hair, red jacket, the horns, bandana, shirt, drummer, you know, stuff like that. So it's fun to be had all around. So and we gave we gave Psycho her instrument. Let's drop your drumsticks on the chair next to you. There you go, man. There's your drumsticks. You can drum out on the table if you want. So yeah. Also, there's a new person in chat. Sorry, I'd have been in the reading chat. I was focused on the showcase. Welcome to the stream. So yeah. So we've basically gone through. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of the add-ons, but there is still more to explore. So, with that being said, and we have, I think, officially reached the hour-and-a-half mark. Let me check. Yeah, I think we've officially hit the hour-and-a-half mark. I think I'll move on to getting a couple more characters done, and then I'll see where I'm at after that. We might honestly need a part 2, maybe. So moving on, we've done a lot of the main characters. Let's move on to characters in this card. Let's talk about Shroomy. I think Shroomy had... Well, and also, before I move on from a couple of these characters... Psycho and Kaizo both have a player model. So... Here, so we can kind of have him have his drumsticks or his scythe, so... I think the same would probably be for Psycho with her hammer, so yeah. So that's fun, so yeah. Moving on, let's talk about Shroomy, who is in the Originals pack. We'll finish off that pack. There's also the Wizard Rock, which we saw earlier. I guess I'll spawn him in real quickly. He's a rock with a wizard hat. He's the Wizard Rock. I don't know what else there really is to say about it. It's a simple design. It's the rock with a smiley face and a funny wizard hat. So he's already on the train. So yeah, and then magic wand. You know, let me go. Where'd the magic wand go? Let me just go. Let me just go give my fine fellow his magic wand. You might need it. There you go, have your magic wand. So, yeah. So now that we're done with the Rock Wizard, let's talk about Shroomy. So here's Shroomy. He's sitting right here. Look at this nice fella. He's so happy. So he's a mushroom guy. He's a little mushroom guy. He looks like he's a scout. He's got, like, you know, the little bandana, like, you know, the badge, you know, patch that he would have on him. You know, that, you know, Boy Scouts would have, or Girl Scouts, you know. And there, we can give him his hat. He can have a cowboy hat. And here's another hat. He's got a bunch of hats apparently he can wear. We'll give him his cowboy hat because it's very fitting for this map. And skins, he's got different facial expressions like the original 2022 Boopkins have. So yeah, we get to have this guy have a bunch of like goofy faces, make him look serious, you make him look happy, goofy. Let's see. Let me see what else he has. If I go down the list. He's like questioning things. He's, you know, he's content. He's crying. And he's angry. So yeah, he's got a bunch of different facial expressions, which is cool. So we're just gonna put Shroomy right there. He now has a cowboy hat. He's a nibble at someone did a nibble on the side of his mushroom head. So I wonder who did that. But yeah, so that's Shroomy. And Shroomy has a player model, but it's no, that's not it. Where Shroomy does have a player model. Where is it though? But he's T-posing for, I don't know why, but he is T-posing. He is T-posing, so you better watch out for Shroomy, the Shroomy player model. He is T-posing you to death. But, yeah. Oh, my throat's getting dry. I'm gonna do a non-stop commentary, so... yeah, that's another reason I'm gonna have to probably end the stream soon. But let's move on to Melanie. So, let's go find Melanie. Wrong one. Melanie. Who's asleep right here. Spawn Melanie over there. Melanie, funny enough, if we go to Garry's mod, technically started out as this. Melanie started out as just a goofy watermelon with an SMG4 prop on it, and then evolved into, you know, this character. So we gotta appreciate her origins. But yeah, so here's Melanie, and she's got a nice hoodie on that is very watermelon themed, because as you can tell, Melanie, watermelon. I undid the watermelon, no. I'm gonna have to respawn it. I undid the watermelon, no. Get back on that chair, you. And now let's go get Melanie. Melanie. So yeah, she's got a whole watermelon, like, hoodie get up. She has black boots, green hair. She has freckles, which are basically like watermelon seeds, so that's cute and fun. She also has like a watermelon thing in her hair. So yeah, let's see. The model here has the hood down, so you can see more of her hair. She's like two little, like, not really pigtails, but like, you know, two, you know, couple pieces of hair at the top. Let me just respawn her. But yeah, like I said, she's wearing a hoodie, so you can take the hood down and see more of her hair. But yeah, she is just a you know, just a fun character. She likes to sleep a lot, but you know, she also can be pretty fun to hang out with, and you know, all that fun stuff. So, yep, that's Melanie. So, yep. A lot of, really, a really well done character. She was introduced in, like, I think the model was introduced in around 2020, 2021. So, yeah. This model has held up pretty well in, like, 2 years. So, I'm sure it'll continue to hold up. But, yeah. Also, that's cool that you have Garry's mod. If you want, I've linked most of the add-ons in the description. You can get these add-ons for yourself if you want. They're in the description down below. But, yeah, so... My throat is getting really tired, so... Ugh. Let me see, what is left? So, Bob, Boopkins... I did both Boopkins... I've done both Meggies, Melanie, Kaizo. Haven't done that one yet. Both Lawyer, Kong, and Meggie. I've done 1, 2, 3. Done all these. Haven't done that one yet. It's a 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think I'll do a couple more, but I'm gonna have to end the stream soon and whatnot, so there might end up being a part 2. I honestly, even though I realized when the first attempt of this stream failed that I was gonna need more time, obviously, even with me going at a decent pace and not switching maps whatsoever, that kind of broke the first original stream. There's still just a lot to look at and talk about, so... So, that's okay, though. For now, we move on, and we're going to talk about my good, you know, a fan favorite character of mine and people in the community. We're going to talk about Axel. A character that I struggled to pose for the thumbnail, but I did get it done in the end. So, yeah. Here's Axel. He's like an axolotl, obviously. Couldn't tell from the name. There's a lot of like characters that, you know, Melanie, Melon, Axel, axolotl. So there's some characters that, you know, if you think about it, you can kind of tell what they are. So Axel has this nice blue like long sleeve shirt that has Japanese text on it. He's also wearing pants and a belt and some really snazzy black boots. He doesn't really have much going for him, but his model is pretty good overall. You know, you can see the details of like just the blue shirt. You know, you got all these like little details on like the little frills or whatever they are for his head, and Then you have what I originally initially thought was like a grenade belt. Is actually, I think, it's a belt of like ink, since he does art. Because you have his pen right here, the ink weaver that he does drawings with. So that is that. This doesn't have anything to it either. And there's a smaller version. So he's like a teeny tiny version, and it'd be like an actual pen. That I don't know where it went. But yeah. And then you have like a little ink pod. So yeah, that's why I initially thought these were like grenades on his belt. But no, they're actually ink. So that makes a little more sense now that I think about it. So, yeah. So, that's Axel. Really great character. Again, you know, model is holding up really nice to this day. I'm trying to remember, I think Axel was introduced like, I don't know, ages ago in the SMG4, like, you know, universe. So he's an old character, but he does hold up pretty well. So I'm just gonna have him sit here on the train across from Melanie. If I can try and get him to turn around, though, that's the thing. I love messing around with these ragdolls and trying to get them to sit. There you go, close enough. So yeah, yep. It is. I didn't want to bring it up, but yeah, now that you mentioned it in chat, yep, it is pretty sad. But we can still remember him like I am right now with this add-on. So, there's Axel. Go watch the videos to find out what chat mentioned and what I briefly mentioned. So yeah. So, like I said, there's still a bunch of things to show off, but I think to save it, because there's a bunch of like packs that I have at the bottom to check out and whatnot. Let me just refer to the thumbnail. What other characters have I not shown off yet that are in the thumbnail? What other characters are in... What? I'm trying to get... I want to show stuff that I put in the thumbnail. If I'm going to end the stream soon, I at least want to get through stuff that I put in the thumbnail. So... I might save a couple of those things in the thumbnail, though. Okay. I know a couple more characters I'm going to show off before I end the stream. And then I'll end up teasing the stream with what I might start, if I do a part 2, when I'll start with the next one. So... what I think we'll do to round the stream off with, I'm going to show you a couple more characters that are in the thumbnail, then I'll tease you with a prop from one of the packs that I'm going to showcase. I guess next time I'm going to have to do a part 2. But let's go over now to a newer character, and that is, let's talk about Karen. Karen the cat. So here is Karen. She has a name tag. She has an apron because she is a worker. And she's got glasses, a little hat, headphones, you know, one of those headphone speakers that you'll wear if you work at a restaurant type thing that does fast food. So this is Karen. She has you can toggle off things like the hat, headset, glasses, apron, and let's not toggle off hair. That is cursed. I already seen some cursed stuff today. Let's not do more. And I press Z. I don't mean to press Z when I press Z. So yeah, so that's Karen. She even has a little cat paw on her apron, which is fun. You're gonna like that. She's wearing like a nice standard little, like, you know, typical, you know, standard plain t-shirt under the apron. So you got to appreciate that. And yeah, so this is Karen without her work gear on. Pretty chill cat character. So gotta like that. Her paws have blue, like, you know, blue on them. So that's nice detail. And so what's this? Oh, it's a tail. Oh, so wait, does the model not have a tail? That is a floating tail. Okay, alrighty then. But yeah, so that's Karen. Pretty fun cat character. That is, like I said, that was a new addition to the SMG4 crew universe, roster. So that's fun. And just like a bunch of the characters that we talked about today, Karen does have a player model. So that's fun. And again, all these things are toggable. So fun stuff like that. Fun stuff. So yeah, that's Karen and whatnot. So these next two things are going to be the last two, and these are going to be teasing group packs of items that I won't show off today. But I will spawn one thing from each of these so I can just show it off, and then we will talk about a lot of this next time. I'm going to spawn in this box that I'm going to put on this table and we will talk about. Let me actually float it. And then from here, we are going to talk about a character. He is sideways. So, starting off with this is a little box helmet that is worn by a few characters in a certain pack that was related to something. And it has a bunch of facial expressions, which is fun, that are different skins, so you gotta appreciate that. They're all drawn on, so that's fun. They're all different faces, so you gotta love that. So that is a box that you can put on that a few characters in the universe put on their head. So you gotta love that. It has an interesting symbol on the top of it, which we'll talk about next time, but keep in mind that symbol is there. I have to check. So does the symbol change at all when doing the other skins? I think. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they do. So. So yeah, there we go. We'll put it at the default. Put it back to default. So yeah. So that's teasing one of the packs that we'll get to in another stream. I don't know when, but I'm gonna have to find time. And here is SMG1, as you can tell by his hat. So our fella here, you can take off his hat. And he has a few different models. I think it looks like for his arm. So he has like a shield. Yeah, no shield. Shield on the other side, so you can have it be on different sides. Let's try and see what the shield looks like, if I can. It might be better if I put it on the other hand. Can we see what the shield? Okay, it looks like a standard shield. Doesn't look like there's anything on it. So that's funny. Here's a shield. And then it's on his back, so that's fun. So yeah, not too much that you can interact with, but yeah, this is SMG1, and he is one again. We've seen SMG4 and 3. Now we're talking about 1. We'll put him on the chair. He's our little blocky fella here. He's got a square blocky head. He's got a nice bandana around him. A shield on his back. Part of his texture is purposely glitched out. You have the purple and whatever on him. So my man's been through some stuff. And he's got his little, like, hat that lets you know he is SMG1. So that's fun. So yeah, that's SMG1. And there is an SMG2, but we'll talk about him next time. As well as some other characters from this pack, we have another pack to get through. And then I'm going to save this one where there's some texture glitches again. So we have a Mario pack to look through. And I think there's a couple other ones up here. I will do a quick lightning round real quick and showcase a couple from here quickly and then showcase them off in more detail next time. Because there's this whole Mario pack that I did get, and 2 of them are in the thumbnail. So here's good old Luigi and good old Mario. We have some other Marios here, other Mario and Luigi's. We also have this Luigi that is in the thumbnail. We have Luigi who's hit the gym. This man has hit the gym for days. So we have buff Luigi here. And he's got some facial expressions that you can do like the original Boopkins, 2022 Boopkins. Or no, 2023 Boopkins. But yeah, so he's got some different, expressions you can do with his eyes, and you can take off his hat. He's got hair. So, yeah. So yeah, there's a bunch of things here, it looks like, that we can go through and give them different expressions, so that's fun. And again, there's one for Mario too, but also who I put in the thumbnail also, Waluigi, who was a major influence in a story arc. So here is buff Waluigi. You can put on his hat, but no, without his hat, he has long hair and a bandana. So that's something for our purple friend. He's also T-posing on the floor. He has some different skins, which are different facial expressions, it looks like. So that's fun. Yeah, so he's got some different facial expressions, which is fun. You're gonna appreciate that. So, yeah, that's buff Waluigi. So we'll sit him there. But as you can see, there's a lot more to see here. There's some toads. Oh yeah, I gotta spawn this in before we end the stream, since my throat is really beginning to get tired. But here's what Boopkins was originally based on. So yeah, let's just drop this guy alongside. Here, you can see this is what he was originally based on. So yeah, you can see where, what he was originally based on, and, how they took that interpretation and made him into his own character. So, yeah. There's a lot to be seen here. There's a whole, I briefly teased when I talked about LawyerCon, there's a whole Donkey Kong pack here that I can look at. And some other stuff that I didn't get to. But for now, I'll leave it there. But yeah. We have a lot more to explore here, but for now, that is it. And what I want to do, so I want to save a copy of this map because I started putting stuff on it. Yeah, show me my saves. I'm going to save here. So there we go. And for now, we're going to end the stream by looking at outside the map, because we've been on the train the entire time. So yeah, you have this whole train track that seems to... Oh, great. I wasn't trying to trigger the... So I guess there's multiple triggers to trigger this. But you can actually fly over the town without triggering this. This is the thing that crashes the map. And again, it ties into an SMG4 movie. But yeah. You finally arrived at the end of the stream, but also you finally arrived on the map. But yeah, that is just a small portion of the SMG4 add-ons that I have. I probably won't uninstall anything just yet, so I'm probably now going to do a part 2. And maybe I'll have someone join me for that, so I can, won't be constantly talking for almost an hour, 2 hours, whatever, by myself. Because I have a collaborator who's collabed on multiple things before, who has joined me for SMG4 related stuff beforehand, so maybe I will see if they want to join me for a part 2 to this stream. But for now, we're going to end the stream as soon as this crashes, so that is that. So yeah, that's been the stream. If you have enjoyed, do leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's very much appreciated. Hit the bell to be notified when I come back to do more Garry's Mod content on the channel in general, etc., etc. There's gonna be a part 2 to this, so stick around if you want to see a second half of this, because I have way more stuff to showcase and talk about. So. And I might honestly, maybe I'll just go on a different map for the next stream, but yeah, I know there's an error. Game crashed intentionally. But yeah, that is everything. Let me just see what my Garry's Mod playtime is now up to in the screenshots that I did save earlier. And then I'm gonna end the stream. So yeah, that's been the journey, everybody. We hit 2 hours, so yeah. I'm definitely so apparently I need more than 2 hours, apparently, if I want to get through a bunch of add-ons, which kind of scares me, because I had like a separate idea before this one that was going to be showcasing a bunch of FNAF add-ons that I have, and if this is taking me 2 hours to get through a small portion of a big group of add-ons that I have, well, I'm scared about that. I'm scared about doing any of these going forward. I say scared, just be like, that's a lot of work I'm going to have to think about. But yeah, we're gonna end the stream now. I just want to see what my playtime is now up to. I always like to do this at the beginning and end of a stream. Mamma mia. We'll be back, everybody, but for now, this is the end. I don't know when. I honestly don't know. Honestly, because I have some plans that I have for October. I don't know if I'll do the stream in October. I don't know if I'll do a part 2 in October, but maybe doing something like this in November would be good. A nice chill stream. So, yes. You can close it. I'm not playing the game anymore, so you shouldn't say I am. 68.2 hours. I have been playing Garry's Mod for ages. This is crazy. But yeah. I have my 2 cursed screenshots for today, so that's enough for my book. That's enough for my book, so. That's everything. I'm gonna let my Steam handle what it needs to. But yeah, that's everything. So, till next time, if you have enjoyed, do leave a like, comment, subscribe, very much appreciated. Hit the bell to be notified when I come back to do more on the channel, Garry's Mod related, continuation of this, etc., etc., any other content in general. I'm gonna go rest my voice now and go do something else, so. Till next time, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you on the flip side. I'm taking the hat off, but this was the SMG4 hat. If you guys want to see me talk about this, go check out my YouTuber merch review. So, videos, so. While I wait for the studio to load, I'm just gonna get ready to end the stream. I'll see you all later for something else, everybody. I really don't have anything else to say. OBS, please don't crash. Now would be the worst time for you to crash. We also got, I don't know, it says 1 like on my screen. I'm going to check the studio in a second. 1 like, yeah. It is what it is. We covered a small portion of what was in the thumbnail. I think we got mostly, there's 1 or 2 things that got skipped in the thumbnail, but next time. Next time, I promise. I'm going now, though. Bye, everybody.